Hey friends, we are here in beautiful, thriving, growing Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. We are now entering our 5th week in Africa, and we've had a spectacular time. We've been all over the place. We've been in 5 different locations, and I've really just seen the hand of God move in our training conferences, and so many stories that we will be sharing with you over the days and weeks to come. But we have been in Uganda. We've already talked to you about that. We trained 150 church planters there, some from South Sudan that came in, some from the refugee camps, and then we moved into Ethiopia down in Borna. We trained over 300 church planters. 150 of them were brand new church planters there. Gave out Bibles for the first time in the Borna language, so lots of fun stuff there. And then we moved up to Dawa, eastern Ethiopia, a very difficult area, and we trained another 200 plus church planters. I think 75 of those were brand new church planters, and this is a highly persecuted area. But these church planters that came to us that are now on the Petros team are just spectacular young men and women, and so we are so excited to see what God is going to do through them. So and again, we're going to share some stories over the next few days, weeks, months of what God is doing, and I think you and I just have a personal sense of excitement, probably as much as ever, about what Petros Network is all about, what we're going to do.
Yeah. We also went into a new area called Arsi, and that's an area that has had extreme persecution. It's about 97% Muslim, and so just hearing some of the stories of those church planters and what they're going through, and really what they're willing to do is die for their faith. And so we're just super excited about that. And then we had a huge encounter. It was just a miracle moment for us. We had scheduled a meeting with some of our denominational leaders. We wanted to be respectful and honoring of them. And there was a new leader in the highest position of our denomination. And so we scheduled a meeting time at where we're staying here in Addis, and the leader walked up to us, shook our hand, and says, "I'm church planter number 357.
357 specifically.
Specifically, right? I'm part of the second wave that you did in the Oromo region," and we were just astounded. And now he's the head of our denomination. And you know, we went to see him. And he even showed us the Bible that was given to him during that training.
It was all tattered and worn, and he uses his Bible, right? Well used.
But he'd been praying for a study Bible, and he just happened to get a free one at the training. So he held it like it was the most cherished thing. And so we've got some video of him, and we just got amazing stories. It's been overwhelming. And I would say the Lord has expanded our vision, not diminished it, because things are happening. Tens of thousands of people have come to know Jesus. Hundreds of church planters are being set out, and they are excited and they are rejoicing. And we're thrilled to see what God has done. You know, our team has almost all gone home, and we're one of the last to go. And every single one of us have tested negative for COVID. So we've been amongst the people, we've worn our masks sometimes, and sometimes we didn't. But we've all come out of this trip healthy and wiser and excited for what God's going to do.
Well, I don't know about wiser, but we're more excited than ever before. You know, this denominational leader that you were talking about, he came to us in 2011, I think, is when he came on board. And in the Bible that he showed us, he had on the inside cover the name of the couple that had sponsored him and had bought that Bible, purchased that Bible for him. And I've been thinking about that simple investment that they made. It might have been a big investment to them at the time, but they sent this guy out. We trained him, and we didn't know what he was going to become. And he's become the general secretary of his denomination. And as we talked to him, he inspired us. I mean, he said that we had inspired him with bigger vision than he had ever imagined possible, with all of the church planters that were there in his class and the strategy behind all of that. Well, now in the next 4 years, he wants to plant 2,000 churches himself for his denomination. They're going to preach the gospel to 20 million people by 2025. And how many people have they reached this year with the gospel?
800,000.
800,000 people they preached Christ to. It's just amazing what God is doing. And so the multiplying nature of what God has given us to do is just something that I think is now re-inspiring us that truly we can change the world with your help, with God's favor. I mean, we're gonna see things happen here in East Africa.
So thanks for praying for us. Thanks for being an encouragement to us and for the team that came with us, because God's on the move, and we're excited to get to be a part of it, and we're excited to have you a part of it too.
Thanks so much. We appreciate you. We love you, and we will see you soon.